Hey everyone, and welcome back to Splash. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 5 movies that look absolutely terrible without special effects. But before we get on to that, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out a lot. Also, make sure you stay until number 1 to see a cringe-worthy CGI job on a big-time TV show. Your mind will be blown. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. Number 5. Supernatural. One thing that ruins the magic more than bad special effects is having good special effects throughout a show, and then having that one scene with an unbelievable creature. This happened in the show Supernatural. The show itself had well-done special effects, but there was one particular instance that disappointed the viewers. Season 7 of the popular show is usually regarded by fans as one of the worst in terms of CGI. The monsters look silly and the graphics are lazy. This culminated into a special effects disaster. Number 4. Teen Wolf. When you think of teenage drama TV shows, CGI doesn't necessarily come to mind. But for MTV's hit show Teen Wolf, we have an exception. This show involves a teenage werewolf, as the title suggests. When you have a werewolf transformation in a TV show with relatively decent production value, you'll want to make sure the CGI and special effects are stunning. This, however, was not properly pulled off on the show. With low budgets to blame, the transformation scenes left much to be desired. Granted, the show did up their value by having better werewolf transitions in the later seasons, so all can be forgiven. Number 3. Once Upon a Time. Like the other shows on this list, Once Upon a Time had a very promising premise. Sadly, that went to waste with the poor efforts of its special effects. A show revolving around fantasy and fairy tales needs to have that touch of magic for it to work. But unfortunately, this show could not pull it off. This being a Disney production, it is disappointing to see such a lack of proper CGI. The bad CGI really takes the audience out of the fantasy world and frankly ruins the show. Number 2. Doctor Who. It's a sad fact that sometimes our favorite shows just can't produce proper special effects. This is the case with the highly rated Doctor Who. This can be slightly forgiven though, because many of its terrible effects happened before 2005, a time when computer graphics were still being experimented with. Still, watching these episodes leaves us wanting more. The villains aren't scary enough at times, and at its worst, it's cringeworthy. Number 1. Warehouse 13. When it comes to making a science fiction show, it helps to have adequate special effects. This is something that would have come in handy for the show Warehouse 13. The concept of the series is good, and with a higher budget, it would have been able to be an even more popular show. But sadly, the special effects do not come out on top. In fact, many people in the fan base have pointed out the sloppy quality of the CGI throughout the show's run. The worst part, the special effects never improved as the series went on. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed. While you're here, go ahead and click the links above to check out some of our other awesome videos. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. See ya in the next video.